I told you I would add Dalibird for the memes, and I very much did. So let's go over the team real quickly before we actually go into Victory Road, because there have been some changes. Everybody's level 65, which with the levels coming up and the fact that this is not a hellish ROM hack made by Dominic, should be good enough. Hopefully. I did look up, I think the champion Pokemon go up to level 68, so we should be fine in theory. Let's go over the team real quickly. We've got Kangaskhan with Diggy Hole, Dizzy Punch, Outrage, Crunch, and Reversal. We have Golduck with Zanhatbot, Aqua Tail, Waterfall, and Surf, mostly because I need both of those, I think, in Victory Road. Ninja Ask with Axizor, Swords Dance, Slash, and Night Slash. We have Eldew with, Beedrill with Poison Jab, Fell Stinger, and Diva, and Pursuit. We've got Ethernet, the Wi-Fi, otherwise known as Licky with Power Whip, Ice Beam, apparently you can learn that, Gyro Ball, and Ring Out. And then we've got Delibird for the memes with Roar of Time, Spatial Rend, Shadow Force, and Judgments. This is literally the god of all Pokemon. Power of space, time, shadow, and just being a god, judgment. So that is just honestly for backup. Was either that or having a useless Pokemon on the team, and I figured this was a lot more funny. So obviously we run into a Gerda here, which would have been a way better Pokemon to have. Why not Dark Void? Because I only could fit 4 moves on. And this is actually the moveset the Arceus from like a certain Mystery Gift Arceus actually has this moveset. Having the signature moves of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina and himself. This was actually a moveset distributed on Arceus. So I figured it's actually fitting to give it to Delibird, because everybody knows Delibird is the real god of all Pokemon. Licky, better than Conkeldurr. We'll see. We'll see is all I'm saying about that. I probably prefer having a Conkeldurr. That being said, the normal typing Licky might actually be something in my favour. So who knows? Nobody will know because I can't get to Conkeldurr. That's who. Fair warning, I do not expect this stream to take 2 hours. I expect it to be like an hour and a half, and then we'll be done. I don't know if we'll finish sooner. I might like just play a different game for a little while. I don't know. But I don't expect this to be a full 2 hour length stream. Because if we finish like an hour and a half in, what am I going to do for another 30 minutes? Not a lot, that's what. I have no idea how to get through Victory Road, but surely it can't be that complicated. It's Gen 6. At this point, they were holding your hand so goddamn much. I do not expect this to be very difficult. Other than running into Wild Girder every other second, because of course we will do that. And we'll run away from them. Because that is what we do. Do I have Rock Smash? I don't have Rock Smash, so that was a waste of an encounter. And we'll be fighting you! I am terrified, by the way, of what is coming up here. Okay, we have a Steelix. Dizzy Punch will make short work of that. But Steelix probably has Sturdy. Already got a walkthrough handy just in case. I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to need it. We're probably going to need it. But let's just say that we're not going to need it. So that'll be... That is... quite effective. I'm sorry, what? I call bullshit on that. I'm 9 levels higher. That was quite effective and stab. Why aren't you dead? This is outrageous, honestly. Also, even more worrying. Steel ground, not steel rock. Okay, so still it's super effective. That's still doing a lot less damage than I would expect from a stab super effective move. Kangaskhan v Kangaskhan, eh? You know, why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do this. I'm just gonna win. Because Outrage. I don't know why I chose Outrage. Honestly, Outrage probably is not a great move to have on Kangaskhan, I just realized, because usually it'd be super effective against... That is super effective. This might be the end of my Kangaskhan. Usually it'd be super effective against Dragon types, but it's not anymore. And as a result of that, it's not super effective against anything. It has a defense of 200. Still! I mean... Okay, my attack is only 129. Fair enough. I knew I was gonna survive that. Big place. That's what we call that. Big place. That being said, let's switch the fuck out now. Into... I don't know. Let's go into Q-Disp. I still don't know what Cloud9... Okay, that's what it does. I always forget what Cloud9 does. There's a better way to say that. Because it says what it does, but every time I see the ability come up, I'm like, what did that do again? Was it a good ability? And it kind of is. Not really, in this scenario. Wait. What did you do to get confused? Did you also use Outrage? Yeah, it's probably the name that just... It doesn't even sound like a Pokemon-related thing. It more so sounds like something you'd have in Magic, right? Magic the Gathering or something like that. Or World of Warcraft. Something along those lines. You killed yourself, so thanks for that, I guess. Now, I probably should have brought a lot more healing items. Gonna be honest with you. Might not have been a bad idea. Let's... Okay, light screen. Slightly annoying. Not gonna lie, because I chose the special attack rather than the physical one. And that does fuck all that. That's not super effective, because of course it's not. Let's go into Ethernet. Just in case of Boom Boom. I don't know if this guy has Boom Boom. He might. But, let's Power Whip him. Maybe that'll do something. He probably has Boom Boom, to be honest. In which case, he better use it right now, because otherwise he gonna die. I'm thinking he doesn't have Boom Boom. I think he's way too high of a level. I mean, it is an Ace Trainer, so they do have customized movesets, I think. But usually, that high level, he might actually have Explode, because I don't think after Explosion, they learn a lot more moves. Which is probably intentional, so that any high-level trainer Electrode has Explosion. Fair enough. Should have expected a Boom Boom. Didn't get one. Do I have any more healing items? I've got 30 Hyper Potions. I'll be fine. I apparently bought Hyper Potions in the last stream. I entirely forgot. Well, that was... stupid. A little bit of more extra experience probably won't hurt though. Lun's Explosion at level 70, not 75, 57 in X and Y, 45 in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That is a really, really big gap. Also, how did I lose 4 Crunch PP? Okay, so what we learned here today is that Kangaskhan is just kind of not that strong. Because all of these super effective moves are doing under half. You know who's not gonna get added to the overlay? It's fucking Kangaskhan. We're not adding that Well, it's not a dude, it's a lady. We're not adding her to the overlay. Okay, now it's level 66, we'll have to add it. Because it's the most powerful Pokemon we have. Other than the fact that I have the EXP share still on. Okay, never mind. Other than, of course, Delibird, because Delibird is the supreme Pokemon above all Pokemon. Let's not lead with Kangaskhan anymore. Let's lead with Ethernet, just because it's got a lot more coverage. It probably hits a little bit harder as well. Let's look at the stats, just to be sure. It's got its own tempo, and yeah, Licky is more of a bulky Pokemon as well, actually, now that I think about it. So maybe you lead with Cutis, because you definitely have a high special attack. The Pokemon are all kind of disappointing, to be honest. I'm so fucked. Oh, and if you were wondering, I did also increase the IVs on Delibird to 31 across the board, just because... Why wouldn't I? If I'm Pokeaxing shit anyway for memes, might as well do that. All stats are above 80 for Kangaskhan. You mean base stats, right? Not stats on my Kangaskhan, because I think even special attack probably is higher. Oh, wow. You are talking about my Kangaskhan. Never mind. I'll give you another one. All my stats on Kangaskhan are higher than... Apparently you can run into Pokemon out here. Higher than 100. But only barely. And for level 65 Pokemon, and believe me, I'm familiar with what stats can look like in the range of about 65 to 70 after this week. That doesn't seem that high. Then again... It's probably an EV related thing, because obviously I did max out the EVs on all of those Pokemon through the years. I don't feel like fighting any of these peasants. Okay, this is where things get interesting, I think. Oh, you... There is somebody under the bridge! I mean, at least make it like a troll. Don't make actually a troll. It would be great if it was somebody with like... I don't know, what is a really like troll set? I mean, anything with Prankster, really. But then also, Zan Headboard should be neutral. Do I have anything? I do! Quad effective Crunch. Even though Kangaskhan is a piece of crap, apparently. It's not that bad compared to my other Pokemon. Just everything I have is not that great. Speed fell, so I'm surely outspeed at this point, right? Next Pokemon is Heracross Trainer. Okay. I mean, not that bad really helps me because it can switch out either way. Critical hits. I want to say that didn't matter, but no, my luck so far today, that probably mattered. So Heracross, we can probably stay in against, because it is a fighting type, I think, right? Is it, or is it only a fighting type when it Mega Evolves? I'm just going to stay in. And see what Crunch does. Worst case scenario, I've got Reversal and Dizzy Punch. But this should do a decent amount of damage. It is a fighting type. I've never used a Heracross. Oh my god, that does a lot of damage. That's not okay. I wish I had a Mega Kangaskhan. If I had a Mega Stone for Kangaskhan, I would be murdering fools. Everybody would just die. Mega Kangaskhan is so fucking good. It's not even that it's that good. It's just so much of an upgrade from normal Kangaskhan. It's kind of stupid. I mean, I think I might have like had a Heracross sometime at Pokemon Showdown. Just like with random battles. I might have even had one on the scoreboard for like an episode. Oh, that would have been fantastic if I could have had a Hydreigon. But no! No, you wouldn't. Man, I'm looking forward to next month. Well, next week. It is also next month. The new challenge. Because I will not be limited to just the first encounter on each route. There will still be a interesting element, don't get me wrong. But it will not be. If I run into a Swallows as my 5th encounter somewhere, which I won't be running into a Swallows because it won't be a Gen 5 or 6, 7 or 8 game, I'll at least be able to capture it. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I don't know if Dominic is going to kill me if I give too many spoilers on that, but it'll become clear eventually. Just looking forward to it. This is also the wrong direction to go, apparently. So maybe I could have used that walkthrough, but I'm stubborn. So yeah, no, that doesn't really lead anywhere, does it? Wait, what? I am confused. Oh, I can just go up here. I'm not confused, I'm just blind. I'm not going to spoil the community run for next month. Don't worry. I just hope that it's done by next... next Saturday. I forgot the name for the day Saturday. I have had a long day, okay? I've had a long day. I've had a long week. Why do you actually say that I've had a long week? Because the week hasn't been any longer. It just been a busy week, which is distinctly different from being long. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this was a community run for like 2 months ago, and I'm only now finishing it. So I'll not be able to do the entire community run every month, most likely, because if I stream on average like 6 times in a month for 2 hours at a time, that's only like 12 hours of streaming, which by most accounts I need strength. Okay, but most accounts won't be enough to complete most challenges. So, you know what? Fuck Dizzy Punch. I don't need that bullshit in my life. Do I? I've been getting really unlucky with the confusion anyway. I'd rather have a little bit more power. Take 2 months for every community run as participation will... I mean, honestly, just by virtue of me only playing them on stream and only streaming so many hours a week, I'll probably end up spending, like, doing alternating community runs or something like that, because it'll just take about 2 months to finish. Or maybe that way I can pick and choose, like, okay, do I want to do this month or last month? Because last month might have been more fun. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with that, but I am fairly sure that I want to keep doing the community runs on Saturdays, and then like bonus streams will just be different random games. Like Minecraft, but only when I have time and I want to put in the effort to do that, which isn't necessarily every week, as is evident this week, because I didn't do one this week. I plan to... That Pokemon Ranger does not want to fight? That is fine, I guess. Oh, you have a rival fight when you exit the ruins, you don't say. That was just in time. I'm assuming that means that we are pretty close to the end of the Victory Road though, which means that we're about to make things go serious. That ranger heals you. You know. No, 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 no. That is no. I refuse to believe that. That will be horrible. I mean, he doesn't fight you, so there's a real good chance that it heals you. Because why else would that NPC be placed there? So yeah, fake out's not really going to do much. Zen Headbutt probably. This will be tricky. That's not that bad actually. In other news, I have finished Yu-Gi-Oh! And I haven't started the filler arcs yet. I probably should, but I've been on a real like big Marvel kick. I watched Far From Home, finally, last week. And after that I watched... What did I watch? The original Avengers I watched. And I watched the first half of Infinity War, which probably I want to watch the second half today. Because I was just kind of tired. I was like, okay, we've had a couple of fights. The real big set pieces are about to start. Like the Thanos fight. Thanos versus Iron Man, that is. And then Thanos and then the whole Wakanda fight and stuff like that. So just save that for like the next day, which that is today. So probably we'll end up watching that. Probably after that it's a good idea to get back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, because I do really want to watch those filler arcs, because they're kind of actually really good. Watching through all the Marvel movies is a great watch during the lockdown. A little bit late on that tip, but yeah, it would be, because there's so much damn content, and if you include all of these shows, like the Netflix / Disney Plus, I suppose, now I don't know where to find all of them at this point. I'm assuming a lot of them are going to migrate over to Disney Plus at some point. They have to, right? But there's even more content. At that point it becomes kind of stupid. Let's see. Let's go into Genghis Khan. But just the movies in and of themselves, there are like 24 of them now, all about 2 hours in length. If you watch one a day, it'll almost take a month. Which I know because I did. Leading up to Endgame, I watched every single one, starting from Iron Man all the way up to Captain Marvel. One a day. It takes a while. I've never actually seen any of the shows. I hear that is not good for me. That's really not good for me with Outrage. This has to kill. It probably won't, but it has to kill. Give me a crit. Oh my god, I'm done for. Okay. I heard Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter are actually both kind of good. 1300, no, 3015 minutes, which is 50 hours of content. That is more than 2 days of straight watching muscly dudes just bash each other in the head. Which actually sounds kind of awesome. And honestly, for like 90% of it, it is kind of awesome. Not gonna lie to you. The other like 10% is things like Thor and Thor 2. And what are other bad MCU movies? There's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of like... I don't even want to say Thor and Thor 2 are necessarily bad, but they're like just not good. Would rather rewatch One Piece. Never seen One Piece, so I can't really comment on that, but fair enough. The upside to any anime over like the cinematic universe, and let's be honest, the MCU is as close as we've gotten as a like Western society, or like just as a global society at this point, to making live action anime. Especially, I watched Thor Ragnarok also a couple of days ago. Thor Ragnarok is anime. You cannot convince me otherwise. Thor Ragnarok is live action anime. It just is. There's no argument against it. It is a live action anime, and it's kind of awesome. Which is 280 hours. That is insane, but it's all in like 20-minute increments. So you can always just choose to stop watching. But really though, can you? I mean, Thor Ragnarok is probably the best example of it being like anime as fuck. And it's like next level. But I think the entire MCU is like... because I mean, they are comic book movies. And anime is animated manga. Originally, anyway. So it makes sense that they have like things in common. And honestly, I do think that... It comes the closest. Out of every like movie I know, or like every style and type of movie I know, other than literal live action animes, which always just suck. Live action adaptations of existing animes, so far, there's like not a lot of good ones, right? The MCU, like, if they made a... okay, it has to be a certain type of anime. I was going to say, if they made any anime movie, probably be good. I don't think, just to stay on the Yu-Gi-Oh trend for a little bit longer, I don't think any version of a live-action Yu-Gi-Oh would work. It'll always be weird and stupid. And it works in animation, wouldn't work in live action. That being said, if Yu-Gi-Oh Championships were held with like holograms and graphics like that, even if like there weren't actors and the people playing were just like really boring like they are in actual tournaments, it'd still be a lot more fun to watch. What am I going to do against Altaria? Just stay in, I guess. So that is my 2 cents on anime and the MCU and the combination of the two. Power Whip's doing well so far, so let's keep doing that. Longest running anime is... I can't pronounce that. 7,000 episodes! Though every episodes are only 7 minutes long. Do we count that though? Do we count that? I guess we have to count that. I don't know, that doesn't seem very fair. But even if you divide that by 3, right? To get a proper length anime episode of about 20 minutes. That is still like 7,000 divided by 3. That's still like 2,000 something episodes, which is probably still more than any other anime in existence. I don't know what like Naruto is at this point, but I don't think it's over 2,000. Shin-chan, first and foremost, Japanese produced. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But it has over 1,000 episodes. Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that. Would not have guessed that at all. Let's go into Ninkata. I'm not going to X-Sizzle the Absol, don't worry, but I think Ninkata also has Night Slash. It should annihilate this Absol. Yeah, so I mean the entire like Naruto series as a whole. Fuck. As a whole. That being said, if you count Dragon Ball as a whole, it probably has more. Because it's got Dragon Ball, Z, GT, and Super. Even if you don't want to count GT because it's non-canon, then... But then you wouldn't have, like, the majority of any anime episode because a lot of it is filler. So we're going to count GT. That's okay, that's like probably over 1,000 episodes, right? At this point. I don't know how much the original Dragon Balls. I think the original Dragon Ball is like about 120-ish episodes. Dragon Ball Z is like 350. Dragon Ball GT is like 100 something, just under 100 maybe. And Dragon Ball Super is 121. So maybe it's actually not more. I'm paying attention. I am paying attention to the game. Don't worry, I'm just making mistakes. That's all. Which is not very reassuring. Oh yeah, no, we're not counting HD like remasters, because that's all Dragon Ball Z Kai is. It's just Dragon Ball Z, but like with a really bad crop. And redrawn, and it doesn't look very good. In some cases, like it looks kind of icky, in my opinion. Some of the voice work is done way better in Kai than it is in Z, though. Some of it, not all of it, but some of it. The entirety of Dragon Ball is about, okay, 640, let's say. I'm gonna heal the fuck up. So that's less than Naruto. Unexpected. Unexpected to be sure. Why do you even have flamethrower? Is my question. You're slow, bro. Fuck off. I've never actually realised these Pokemon are the same typing. So... Huh. That's interesting. Definitely gonna go for the special attack, though. Because I don't think he's used Amnesia yet. Maybe. I don't watch a lot of anime though. I'm cool like that. I don't watch that stuff. That's just for weird nerds. I'm not one of those people. I don't do that. Yeah, I know Pokemon has like a stupid amount of episodes as well. 1214, and it's still going. I mean, like every week a new episodes get added, right? Excluding special movies and chronicles. Of course, those do not count. We only count like main episodes for the anime. It is really impressive. I will be like totally upfront about that. It's really impressive, but also like, is the anime like I hear that the anime like today, the episodes airing today, like in 2020. Are actually kind of good, but I don't know. I have that issue. The issue everybody complains about, but nobody actually has any reason to complain about most of the time. And that issue is that I don't heal up my Pokemon between battles. That issue I do have. I can't use that one. And that is... Even though I know that every season Ash gets reset to hell, I still feel like I can't just start at like the newest season. I feel like I have to watch everything that I miss, which is like from Black and White onwards. Which is, in case you hadn't noticed, quite a lot of episodes. So, that is original is cringy fun. Isn't everything from that era of television cringy fun? Johto is good. That's what I remember. Hoenn is fine. I remember Hoenn being good as well. Sinnoh was really good. That I do remember. Sinnoh was kind of where I stopped... After Sinnoh's kind of where I stopped watching. I think you had Sinnoh and then the Battle Frontier, right? I watched the Battle Frontier, or was that after Hoenn? I think it was after Sinnoh. I'm pretty sure it was after Sinnoh. And then Black and White started and I just kind of like fell out of it. Unova was bad. I dropped out at the exact right moment then. Was after Hoenn, Battle Frontier. Okay, you see, I get that mixed up. Kalos was great. Sun and Moon was interesting. Johnny is alright. As May and Max were with Ash. I haven't watched any of this in like years. I've seen like a couple of clips of the first season, Leafy, and let's see, what do I do against you? I guess just staying with Q-Disp. I've seen some clips from the first season or the first 2 seasons, because like a couple of years ago, one of my friends was re-watching the stuff, and he sent me a clip of that one episode where there's like a movie director which is called something a lot like Steven Spielberg, but not quite Steven Spielberg because copyright and like infringement and like stuff like that. It's probably not called copyright when it's just about a name, right? It's just like at that point it's just impersonation, something like that. Are we almost done with this fucking Elite Four? Well, we've not even started with the Elite Four. With this fucking Victory Road. Because I'm kind of done with this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not going to become a React channel, by the way. I fucking refuse to become a React channel. That's not true. If I could become a React channel, I probably would. Because it's even easier content than Let's Playing. It's like Let's Playing, but you don't even have to play a game. It's literally easier Let's Playing. It's amazing. I don't respect it. Mostly because of copyright issues. Like, reactors complaining about the fact that they get copyright claims and stuff. Like, fuck off, please, because your type of content is exactly why copyright exists. And I know that's rich coming from a gaming channel which had the same issues a couple of years ago. And to a certain extent, yeah, we're in a bit of a grey area as far as copyright law goes. As far as I understand it, obviously, I'm not a lawyer. But React channels are not in a grey area. React channels are just straight up in the wrong. They're just like, I don't want to say in the black, but it works with the analogy for grey area. Even though okay, different topic. React channels are easy content. It's literally the easiest content you can do, because like 99% of React channels don't even react. They just sit there and watch. Everything they do is add a face cam to existing content, which goes like, huh, every couple of minutes. That's not content. That is not content. That is just straight up re-upload. That is what theft is. That is what copyright law is made for, to prevent. I fucking hate React channels. To be fair, I didn't see him. To be fair, I don't hate every single sort of reaction content. For instance, the YouTube channel Jordan Reacts, which probably everybody watching this should know, which is Captain Sparkles. Just like reacting to subreddit posts. Technically speaking, also like not very copyright friendly. I'm a lot more okay with that though, because he doesn't just sit there and watch a 20-minute video and doesn't do anything. He looks at a post, comments about it, tells a little bit of a story sometimes about how he relates to it and that kind of stuff. And the majority of the content is him talking and not even having the images or GIFs on screen or videos most of the time. That I'm a lot more okay with, and I actually enjoy watching that content. That is an entirely different genre though. I don't even want to call that reaction videos. I don't know what I would call them. Just like Reddit videos, I suppose. But React, unboxing, gaming. I don't know if unboxing necessarily takes less effort than gaming. Have you ever tried recording a proper unboxing video? That shit is annoying. Just like having a good camera and lighting set up for that. I mean, if you just like have your phone in one hand and are unboxing with the other hand, yeah, definitely. But if you're doing quality unboxing content, that actually takes quite a bit of effort. So I don't necessarily agree that that is in front of gaming. Then again, the production value there varies a lot more than it does in gaming. Vlogs, skits, abridged. Abridged definitely is the most intensive out of all those types of content. I agree with you. Yeah, the only thing I'm really like aren't sure about is unboxing and gaming, and maybe vlogs, because vlogging doesn't necessarily like take a lot of effort either. But at least for vlogging, you've got to have a somewhat interesting live to record, and you've got to actually go places. So I probably agree that that is more effort than gaming videos. Well, if you do your reaction and discussion videos about showcasing new announcements like a Nintendo Direct or like one of those reacting to Dark Aqua E3 2018, was it? I think. We have an enemy gauntlet at the end here, and I don't appreciate it. That is not even like reaction. Well, it is reaction content, but you don't base your entire channel on that. That is something you do when you have like a gaming channel or an anime channel or whatever channel, and you react to news. But that is news content more so than it is reaction content, to a certain extent, anyway, in my opinion. But it still is a reaction. It's just how does it fit into like the rest of the channel is important. If you're a reaction channel, which only like reacts to stuff, and usually, again, pretty boring, that I don't respect. Obviously, I think I might have done reactions to some E3 news myself at some point. I know I've done speculation videos, which are only one step above reactions to announcements, so I know I was cursed. I was actually paying attention to the game. Nothing died there. Currently watching sort of food vlog style videos with food and challenges. That's what you like to see concerning vlog, high production value and flows well. I mean, if a vlog becomes too high production value, I don't know, I think he's going to send out a Snorlax, he said. You know what we're going to do? We're going to send out the man himself, Delibird. Just because it's funny. If the production value of a vlogging channel becomes too high, it just becomes a reality show rather than a vlog, is the thing. So, where do you draw the line there? Because the line between vlogging and reality TV, or like a reality show, because obviously it's not actually on TV, it's really small. That was very, very pathetic, by the way. Let's go into Eldu. With speculation, you need some knowledge about the topics, or a little above vlogs. I guess that is a good point, actually. I guess that is true. You can't make speculations about things you don't know fuck about. Back into Ethernet? It's a max IV God Delibird, which I think I also gave a decent EV spread, if I recall correctly, and he's got God tier moves. I expected a little bit more at least. Fuck it, I don't know, like, just Power Whip, just see what that does. It's just two fat Pokemon fighting. That's... You're kidding me! Critical. There's an attack out of 55, really? That low? That's kind of sad. That's fair. Yeah, that's kind of sad. So, kind of like a minor spoiler here. Even though this is live. We're not going to win. We're going to die at the Elite Four. At this rate, we might die before the Elite Four. We still have Dalibird. We still have Dalibird. We can still win. We have Dalibird. We can pull through. We have 3 Pokemon. Only one of which actually has any type of, like, strength. Well, none of them have strength, literally speaking, because the Pokemon that did died. We have a Dalibird, a Beedrill, and a Golduck. And we're still not done with this fucking gauntlet! Ah, this is horrible. And 2 of my Pokemon are also paralyzed and I don't have any full heals. This is... it. We just lose. Ah, that's super effective. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh no, we don't have anything left in the box, I don't think. Do we? We might. We just might. I don't think we do, but we just might. I guess we'll see. Until then, let's see what Fell Stinger does. Probably going to be super effective. You know what? Beedrill might actually get us through. Never mind. It survived. Okay, that's good. There is a good chance that Beedrill, of all things, is going to get us through this, which would be very ironic. It's got Moxie. Huh. Or is that Fell... Hold on a moment. Does it have Moxie? Does it have... No. That's just Fell Stinger, right? It's got Swarm. So yeah, no, that is Fell Stinger. Attack increase is quite nice. So that's Fell Stinger. I was really confused there for a second. Because it happened when I took out the enemy Pokemon, right? So it looked a lot like it was Moxie. Which doesn't seem right in any way, shape or form. Well, that's gonna hurt. Remember when I said Beedrill might get us through this? Yeah, that was a good joke, wasn't it? Let's... If you survive this and Judgment this... okay, Judgment the Alakazam, please! Let me have this! Oh my god, that is pathetic! That is actually so pathetic, it's insane. We had Dalibird for the memes. The memes are now dead. The memes are now dead. Oh yeah, no, I figured that this was the last trainer because the staircase after this was longer than the other ones. Had I had full restores rather than hyper potions, which I don't think I could buy, I would have probably won that. Because a big part of my issue there was that half my team was paralyzed. Half my alive team, that is. At least we got swept by an Alakazam and not by, well, I don't know, a Dalibird. I don't know that the suffering necessarily continues. Let's see what we have in the box. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. I don't feel like doing this. I really don't want to do this. Fuck. You know what? Let's do it. We're gonna poke axe him up to level like... Let's just all do 67 so that everybody's the same level as Delibird. Because Delibird, I don't know if you've noticed, Delibird is a god and as such is immortal. So Delibird will be staying on the team. That was a really quick save, holy hell. Okay, let me fire up Pokeaxe. Where art thou? In this folder you should be, there you are. Do I have the other folder open? No, I do not. Which means I need to close the emulator. No sound anymore in 3. Actually, hold on a moment. There you go. Okay. Don't need to update. I really desperately probably do need to update. I'm going to be honest with you. Open save data location. Main. Throw that in there. Party battle box. Okay, let's do this. Warmadam. Battle question, first and foremost, is Warmadam. Which form are we going to want? I'm thinking, does the Sandy version get Earthquake? I don't want plant form for that because we also have a Roserade. So I'm probably going to want Trash or Sandy. I'm thinking probably Sandy. Which, is Earthquake a legal move on you? It seems like it might not be. Oh yeah, Earthquake is a legal move on that, so we're definitely going to go with the Sandy version. 67 I said, right? I think. 67, 68, 67. Sandy has Fissure. Yeah, but no. Oh, fuck. I fucked something up. One moment here. I kind of made 2 Delibirds. I deleted Warmadam. Warmadam. Sandy. Attacks. Earthquake. I'll just quickly look up Warmadam learn sets. It's Gen 4, but I'll just go to Gen 6, and then we have Sandy. It gets Fissure. It also gets Psychic. Okay, that much holds true. Question is, what is its special attack stat like compared to its physical attack and the other way around? It definitely... oh, that is because that makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to give you like 80 and everything, like I did in Pokemon through the years. That seemed to have worked out, not. So, physical and special attack are exactly equal. That's good to know. Then we also have Bug Bite, might as well. And Rock Blast for coverage. Okay, the more important ones though. Roserade, here we go. Roserade. Level 67. Gonna get you 80 EVs across the board just to get you a bit of a stat boost. I'm aware that we do have to make it through that Alakazam, by the way, still. Which worries me. Giga Drain, which will be very, very useful. Sludge Bomb. Toxic. I don't know if I want Toxic Spikes. I don't know if I want Toxic Spikes for this, because Pokemon X Elite 4, they only have like 4 Pokemon, right? So setting up Toxic Spike is definitely... Yeah, they only have 4 Pokemon each. The champion has 5. No, the champion has 6. So that would actually be kind of worth it. Okay, Toxic Spikes, that it is. Toxic Spikes. And Dazzling Gleam. And then we have Volbeat, the Killing Machine with Zan Headbutts. I don't want your suggestions. Poke Hacks, Play Rough. Apparently an illegal move, but we're going to ignore that. If you say it's a legal move, I'm just going to go with it. Power Up Punch and Bug Bite as well. Which it also says is an illegal move. But I don't give 2 shits about any of that. Export save. Main. There we go. Let's load this bitch up again. Also, yeah, the Furfurra model actually looks kind of nice in there. I still need something to go on that second plateau, on the rocks on the top right there. Look, if Roserade ends up doing something useful today, we'll put Roserade there. What other Pokemon do we have that might be useful? Yeah, only Roserade. We're still gonna die. I'm just gonna make sure that all our Pokemon are... Okay, so we can actually buy full resources, and we can buy a shit ton of them as well. Had I done that before, I probably would have lost anywhere near as many Pokemon. Am I going to use all 81 full restores? No. No. Very unlikely. Because I would mean that I use 20 on every single one of my Pokemon. I also accidentally battled those guys off screen when we were trying to get back to Victory Road. They had a Vileplume and a Wailord. I just served and like Dizzy Punched, and they were both dead. You called a shiny Mr. Mime and it's green. That sounds like a not very pleasant colour for a Mr. Mime. That being said, no colour is a pleasant colour for a Mr. Mime, because Mr. Mime is just not a pleasant thing to exist. Yeah, I probably should have gotten some Alexes as well, eh? Oh, I don't have a Surfing Pokemon anymore. Or a Strength Pokemon for that matter. I'm gonna get an HM Slave. Would also have been a nice addition to the team. You know what? Fuck you. Interesting fact, actually. This is something that I learned today because I added Delibird to the overlay screen. The bag he holds actually is modeled as if it's his tail. It's actually like just the model the bag is connected to his ass, and the handle of the bag comes out from there. So it's kind of modeled like you would model a tail on any other Pokemon. It's not a separate model. It doesn't come out of his hand like you'd probably assume. It comes out of his ass. That's where the armature and the model is connected. At its ass. That is just my fun fact of the day, because I ran into that trying to pose him for the thing today. Because I wanted him to have the bag in his hand, but I couldn't move the bag in its entirety that well. I probably could. I don't think it was actually like physically connected, so I probably could have put it in a different place. But yeah, you'd assume that it's stuck at his hand, but it's stuck at his butt. It's real weird. I'm just gonna bring Furfrou with... I don't need Waterfall, right? Yeah, no. So Furfrou... Rockens... but if I do this... Move Furfrou back... Because Golduck can also learn Strength, as we just learned, which is everything we need. We don't need Rock Smash. We didn't have Rock Smash in the last go around, so we won't need it now. We can teach Strength to Golduck and have him as an HM slave. It doesn't matter what we get rid of because we can't use you in battle anyway. As a matter of fact, it might actually be able to learn Rock Smash. Not if I don't have it though. Apparently I don't have Rock Smash. So it doesn't even matter either way. Because I don't have it. How did I not get Rock Smash? Clearly it's an optional HM. But how did I not like get it? I feel like I missed more than one HM now that I think about it. Is Defog an HM in this game? Might not be. I don't think Flash is anymore. I think Flash has been reduced to a TM. Might have been reduced to a TM in like Gen 5, honestly. No, it's reduced to a TM in Gen 4, I think. I probably should have gotten some repels while I was at the Pokemon Center, but hey, it's a little too late for that now. So we're just going to be running away from a little while battles. We've got like an hour to do the rest of this, and we're going to die anyway the moment we step into the Elite Four, so might as well try to prolong this stream a little bit. Gotta get that retention time somehow. At least I don't have to battle any of these fools. That's not true, there's still a lot of trainers that I didn't actually fight. That I did not consider. I didn't fight all the trainers. Also did not heal up at the Pokemon Center, which probably was a bad idea. There you go! Didn't fight him! I'm fighting him now! Cause... only one Pokemon and... of course it's Haxorus! Fucking of course! At least I should be able to hit you super effectively with something I have with a Reverse-locke, right? Giga Drain, there we go, that'll be super effective. Also, I had speed. And you're dead. That was really satisfying. Against a non-pseudo legendary... Haxorus is not a pseudo, right? Have I gotten this correct for the first time in my life? Haxorus is not a pseudo. Is he? I'm thinking he kind of still is. Even if Haxorus isn't a pseudo, in my heart, Haxorus is a pseudo. It's not a pseudo. Fuck you, Haxorus is a pseudo because I say so. I know stat totals and all that kind of crap. The strength borders actually stay where you put them. That is fantastic. That is going to save me at least 2 minutes of time. Wait, did I not fight you? Ah, you can't walk behind them. You can't walk behind them. That is a thing that you can do. You can walk in such a way that you are not in front, but rather behind them. Probably should have thought about that a little bit better, eh? I guess let's sludge bomb the... Fuck. They're the same typing as well, which makes sense because one of them is a psychic, the other is a black belt, so that they both have psychic fighting types makes a lot of sense. Let's see, we have probably just psychic. I am upset. Really fucking upset. I'm even more upset. We're not even going to make it back to the Alakazam. We're not going to even make it back to the Alakazam. I don't fucking know, Rock Blaster thing. I don't... Oh my god, that does nothing as well. And this is going to take out the Volbeat. It didn't even take out the Volbeat! It did not take out the Volbeat. We have a chance. Slim one, but a chance nonetheless. Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, a chance of winning this fight, not the entire game. There was the moment we lost. What Pokemon was it again that we lost, which I was very upset about? Well, obviously Golduck is one of them, but one of the others on my team, Licky Licky, Kangaskhan, the moment we lost those, that's when we lost the series as a whole. I'm just gonna keep going. Delibird better pull fucking through, because at this point it's the only thing we have left other than a Warmadam Sand. Oh no, it won't. It will not. It will not pull through. It will be a colossal mistake and failure. But we owe it to ourselves to try. At least getting through the Alakazam. The Alakazam is a real final boss of this challenge. Who cares about the Elite Four? The Elite Four is for pussies. The Elite Four is for wannabe plebs. We care about the final trainer before the Elite Four. The Alakazam dude. That's what we care about. I'm just gonna live here. This seems like a nice place to live. So yeah, there's some water here, there's a waterfall. Probably fairly loud to live next to a waterfall actually, let's not do that. Would that get annoying? Or would you just get used to that? I mean, I think I'd rather die to Alakazam than to Klefki. I don't think that's a hot take. I think everybody kind of agrees with me on that. I think I'd rather die to Alakazam. I just gotta get through this Skarmory first. But that shouldn't be an issue because... You know what? I didn't even check if the Burmy I had was male or female. There is a decent chance that we actually were supposed to have a Mothim. I didn't even check. I entirely forgot Mothim existed. She's like, yeah, Burmy, that becomes a woman, because that's what they do. No, they can also become nothing. It was female. Okay. That did no damage at all. That is not good for me. I guess Bug Bite will be super effective. Please, at least make it through the Skarmory. Thank you. Thank you. At least I die with some dignity. Here we go. Time to die. I have Psychic. You have Focus Blast. As I said, at least I can die with dignity. Here we go. The god himself. It's his turn. Let's fuck this dude up. Or die trying. And now we have our HM slave, which is probably going to kill the Alakazam purely by accident. This is a speedy Alakazam. It's also a dead Alakazam. At least, I mean, it doesn't count because we're using a corpse to kill the Alakazam. I'll go trim Furfrou in a moment. It's probably going to take the rest of the stream, like 45 minutes, to even find the salon to do it. But first we need to die to the Umbreon. Still though, I was a fair bit higher leveled and it still outsped like everything I had. Which is a little bit surprising. Can you please just kill me? Or die. Either or works. I just want to be... Why would you use Toxic against something that's already half dead and not any threat to you whatsoever? At this point, you're just making me suffer. Is this Dominic? Is this Dominic playing against me? Is it? Is it? And you... Okay, at least the poison took me out this turn. So at the end of the day, it didn't really matter any amount of turns. Let's go to Lumiose. Literally everything we know and loved is dead. And when everything you know and love is dead, you go to Paris. To die. There's not an Australian way to say today. It's literally to die. I'm going to die in Paris because... Why the fuck not? I don't know if through the years would necessarily end in X and Y. I think X and Y are probably the easiest games in the series. And depending on how I get through Gen 5, Gen 6 probably won't be a big issue. Is what I'm expecting. But again, if I exit Gen 5, if I exit Gen 5 with a bad team, like with a bad backup box, I'll probably lose in X and Y. Then again, X and Y still, it's probably the easiest game in the bunch that I'm playing, so... I honestly expect that if I don't know, if I get to X and Y, I'll probably make it to Gen 7. Well, this run begs to differ because it's a fucking reverse lock and I'm making huge mistakes all of the goddamn time. Also, this is not a randomizer. I guess the randomizer can kind of screw me or help me. And the version of X and Y that I will be playing is a more difficult version. So there is a good chance that, yes, X and Y will be where it ends. Because of that. That is a very good point. So, as expected, I have no idea where the fuck I am. And the fast travel system in Lumiose really just needs a little bit of work. Because, look at this. Like, services, maybe? Or facilities? I'm gonna go with services. Oh, never mind. This actually works how I wanted to work. I thought it was just gonna take me to a certain avenue. It actually takes you to the building you want to be at. Huh. You can actually pay for your ride by a Pokemon battle. That is interesting. Does it scale to your level based on badges? It must, because if it's level 55, otherwise you'd absolutely get ruined. But I am very broke, that is true. And there we go. I really should have done that last time we were in Lumiose. That would have saved me a lot of time. And he gave me money for winning. So, I got a free car ride and money. Because I didn't have any money. Let's go for the diamond trim. Wait, it does not scale. It's just always level 55. Even when you're early game. You just get the absolute shit stomped out of you. Really? Huh. What do you know? That's interesting. Oh, it's level 55 because it's in a part of the game where you can only get to later into the game. But still, then level 55 and level 66. Pretty high. Huh. Is it bad that I don't like any of the alternate Furfrou designs? I got all of the 3D models in today as well for the overlay. I just used the default one, obviously. But there is a lot. Like, let me open the page, because I think there's actually... Maybe it's just the fact that there were shiny models in there as well, now that I think about it. Which, yes, I know it's the same model with a different texture. You know, there's actually a lot more different Furfrous than just the 4 of these. There's like 8. No, there's 10. Where do I get the other ones? Because some of these are actually kind of cool looking. But I'm assuming those might... It says game X and Y. But I can only get like this heart, diamond, and star shape here. There's also this one with like a weird hat, and then a lot of weird hats, and then there's this Egyptian looking motherfucker. I want the Egyptian one. Where can I get the Egyptian Furfrou? Oh, they don't look based on fashion points, so you only get the ugly ones to begin with. And then you get the nice ones. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. That seems tedious. Well, that's been a Reverse-locke. I hope that I won't have to see this abomination of a game anytime soon again. Who am I kidding? Pokemon through the years, it's coming up. It's coming up. But first we have to go through Gen 5. And starting next week, we'll Maybe some new one. I doubt it, but we'll try. So starting next week, we will be doing a new community challenge, which we'll be discussing a little bit more when the time comes for that. I very much doubt that we unlocked. Yeah, we didn't unlock anything. So about the Egyptian looking one's probably the last one because it's the last on the list on the 3D models as well. So I'm assuming it's the last one you unlock. So that's been it. We lost. That's a very last fucking moment. I was kind of expecting not to win this run, gonna be honest with you. I expected to get through Victory Road at least, but that last trainer was just a dick. As it turns out. We about made it an hour and a half, which is roughly what I expected, but I expected to be dying against an Elite 4 member. Because dignity. At least I didn't get killed by a bunch of keys. Pharaoh is the latest trim. That's the only one that I actually like. To be fair, that's partly because it's like Egyptian and I have like a very big thing for Egyptian looks because I don't know why. It's not because of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a matter of fact, it's the other way around. As a kid, I used to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it had Egyptian themes in it. I don't know where my fascination with ancient Egypt ever started. And I'm not like that big into it anymore, but I used to be like big into anything Egyptian. So that's probably why I like that one most. Anyway, I died by Alakazam, which is at least somewhat dignified. But if you want to be technical about it, well, if you want to be technical about it, the Alakazam did kill my last living Pokemon. Then I died with a dead Pokemon to Umbreon. You know what? Delibird. Just Delibird. There is some rendering artifacts in there, by the way, I am aware. Like, there's some black spots which I don't know where they came from. And I didn't bother finding out because it's not going to be a permanent part of the overlay, so fuck that shit. It's been a good 2 months. It's been fun. We've had some interesting streams, we've had some ups, we've had some downs. The next run is going to be a little bit more relaxed, I think. It's going to be still an interesting and fun run. With a fun twist, but at least I'm not going to have to be thinking about what is super effective against what all the damn time. At least not more than I usually do, because usually I'm very bad at resistances as it is. We'll be back with that next week. Next run will be, what? What? What is that acronym? That's not something I know. Should be posted in the Discord server in the community runs by Dominic whenever he's ready to get around to it. I'm just gonna start it myself at Saturday because that is technically the first day of the new month. So that works out perfectly for me. We'll be back then. Until then, enjoy this fucking Delibird face.